On July 10th, 2015, I drove 200 kilometers south of St. John's to Trepassey to begin my trek across the Avalon Wilderness Reserve. This protected wilderness area covers 1,072 square kilometers of barrens, bogs, and forests. In my opinion, it is a provincial wonder. It is also home to a very diverse range of wildlife that coexist with each other and compete for resources. As the wild compete, I must also engage in a movement. That movement needs to take me approximately 100 kilometers to Peak Pond off the Salmonier Line. Not only was this one of the coldest and wettest Julys in Newfoundland and Labrador history, but it was also a month that seen me embark on a journey that I would remember forever. Come along.
Standing down the side of the Northwest River here. Pole line ends now. The pole line goes this way, and I'm not going that way. I'm going to follow the riverbank, the barren land up there straight ahead, and that'll be my path until I get to Northwest Pond. And I think the going gets a little easier up there.
After walking 4 kilometers up the river with an 85-pound pack digging into my shoulders, I decided to set up camp on a lovely spot, a grassy point that stuck out from the shore.
At least today it's a cooler day. Overcast. Can't be much warmer than 12 or 13 degrees out there. I got some stuff drying here. Hoping to make good time. Progress today. Keep up this pace. About 2.5 kilometers an hour, and be no trouble putting in 15 clicks today. So, moving along here, moving along. Now I head straight off the river. I'm down to a moose trail here. The side of the riverbank was getting steep. I was balancing across this slippery log here. Good to go. Stuff, I mean, it's not a bad trail. You go on bushwhacking, you find a moose trail, and you can take that for quite a while. But you know, they're virtually everywhere in the thick woods once you look. But they're grown over. The moose obviously much more powerful than me or anyone else. Makes it look easy, but all this push is holding me up a bit, and I finally made my way through here, and I'm up on the hill. Another successful bushwhack there. And that's the view down there. That's Northwest River. That's the one I've been moving up along. Moose trail. Now I'm here.
At this point of the trip, I was forced to ford the slippery Northwest River.
Up to my knees for short.
It was made much more challenging with the weight of my pack bearing down on my shoulders.
Wow. I don't have a wet lower half for the rest of this day, but you know what needs to be done. Go down to the other side. Just soothing for me now as I make the walk here up the river, and hopefully Northwest Pond isn't too far away. My pace has slowed down a little bit now over the last hour.
Steep embankments and thick vegetation was also encountered along the sides of the Northwest River. It made travel tricky for the rest of the afternoon.
Oh man, what a day grinding up to that river. Great feeling. Finally made it to Northwest Pond. Happy to be up here and set my camp up at the end of this pond. Good night's rest I can think about tomorrow. Found a great little spot for the camp tonight.
Don't like like the weather, wait 20 minutes when the sun comes out. You better get in here.
The fire going, I suppose. Cheers.
The sun went down and the water froze. And I kiss your
Little evening feed here.
baby, let's
Sidekicks and tuna. Cup of coffee.
baby, let's go home. Where your mama's waiting with the crock pot. Baby, let's go home.
On this day, I would travel the desolate barren lands for 15 kilometers towards Horse Chops Road. Invisible ankle breakers under the mossy ground were a pain in my side. Fortunately, great trout fishing numbed the monotony.
That's a nice thick one there, probably only 8 or 9 inches. It's fat. There's a nice mud trout too. Very nice. Got 2 moose over there. Oh my, well it's morning of day 4 here and I'm at a bit of a standstill.
30th, showers, cloud patches, developing, received,
Good thing I didn't decide to go anywhere this evening. Windy, hard rain. Coming down hard. I'm out in the bear here. Got a bit of trees out behind me. Holy. Anyways, I'm going back in. Nice and dry in here. Nice and dry. Yeah, making my way to the reserve. Can't beat it. Never know what Mother Nature's gonna throw at you.
For the first 30 kilometers, the terrain was tough, but exciting. Reaching Horse Chops Road was well deserved. The next 30 would bring me along this path as I inched my way closer to Mt.Carmel Pond. Being in a new area gave me a feeling of fulfillment. I really appreciated the view and relaxed over a scenic Newfoundland landscape. It's too bad that in a beautiful place like this, there has to be eyesores left, such as campers and waste, that were never supposed to be here in the first place. I hope everyone watching this does not make the same mistake. After catching several trout, it was back to Horse Chops Road for me. The sighting of a deteriorated caribou leg showed the sign of human hunting, or maybe even that of coyotes.
Yeah, and it's morning of day 6. I'm in my second rainstorm in the last 3 days. I've seen every bit of probably 5 or 10 millimeters now. It's been raining hard for the last hour.
On this day, hard showers and a lack of a level campsite caused some issues.
It's the way she goes out in the old wild.
Once the rain subsided, I made a break for Horse Chops Road, and to get one step closer to my patiently waiting canoe.
About 9-10 kilometers in, and it's quickly approaching 7:30 here. I got some stuff I need to dry out, and it'd be nice to get a fire going and get camp set up, you know, an hour before dark. So I'm coming up on a bit of woods here, in about another kilometer or two, and I think I'm going to look for a spot there. All right, well, I finally found my camp here for night 6. I'm around 9 kilometers from the canoe, which is nothing in the morning, 3 hours, maybe 2.5 at the most. Following the road the whole way, and at the sun setting behind me, perfect. I'm just here near the turn off to go up to Frank's Pond, Peter Swain's Ridge, it's called on the map. Morning of day 7 here. It's quite the day. I'd say it's around 10:30 here now. I'm looking to break camp in about 15 minutes. I got the packing routine down to a bit of a science. It only takes me now, I can get it done less than 30 minutes. That's everything out of the tent. Tent taken down, bag packed up, hit the road, 30 minutes. So that's pretty much it there now. There she is, Mt.Carmel Pond. I'm only around a kilometer away now. Almost saying goodbye to Horse Chops Road, and I'm glad for that. It's getting a little boring taking this road now. I mean, for the last, say, 30 kilometers I've been on this, and I'm sick of looking at it, to be honest with you. I'm ready to get back into the pure wild and hopefully hook some nice trout now in the canoe. I'm looking for a monster to make this trip complete. So, and I'm not afraid of more than one monster either. But I'm just kind of bushwhacking here now on the side of this puddle. Might as well just hop in it. Anyways, almost to the canoe. Fist pump, baby. 10-4.
Will not betray you, dismay or enslave you. It will set you free. Be more like the man.
Yes! I made it!
There is a design and alignment to cry for my heart to sing the beauty of love.
Get that out of here now. First shower in 7 days. What do you do? Over and out. All I'm hoping to do tonight is just get across this pond, set up camp, and we'll go from there. But lovely evening. I'm looking forward to this portion of the trip. Get away from walking and do some paddling.
Next up was a 45-kilometer canoe trip that would take me through the forest, bogs, and waterways of the reserve's northwest corner as I made my way closer to Salmonier Line.
Alright, so check this out. I pulled in, I got camp set up for the evening here, down on the end of Mt.Carmel Pond. And this is my setup. I had to put all my stuff in there for weight. As you can see, I got my bag and I got my new wet bag that I got with the canoe.
Strong winds made erecting the tent troublesome. The weight of the bags and the windbreak created by the canoe helped relieve some pressure.
Down at the end of Mt.Carmel Pond here. It's to the view though. So we're planning this two-part canoe trip mission, hiking canoe trip. You know, it has its benefits for sure. And one of them benefits is being a restock of gear at the canoe. So I mean, I went my 7 days with the old knapsack and all of its gear over there. You know, I have my clothes and my food and, you know, the main things that I would take with me anyways, but I get a restock on food. Socks, look, another sock. Licorices, nuts.
Getting restocked felt like Christmas morning. I was now ready to begin the final leg of my trip.
Halfway through my first portage, I got half the gear over. Now I just gotta go back and unfortunately grab the canoe. But I mean, what it's all about. First portage, toast. Took me about an hour in total. A little shy, say 50 minutes. I'm pretty pleased with that. I thought it was going to take, I figured it'd be more of a grind, and I mean, it wasn't too bad. So that's a good sign. The first one goes well. I mean, they don't get a whole lot harder than that. Here's where I am. I'm almost to middle pond, so I mean, I'm only a short way into the canoe route, but day 8 here now, long on a break. For sure getting a little fatigued, but the experiences out here are definitely pulling me through it. So, gonna get camp set up and get a little fire pit all ready to go. Just get a few logs down there and should be in business. Well, it's Saturday morning here, and it's the beginning of day 9. The winds are gusting, they're 40, 50, gusting up to 60. So that's a no-no for the canoe. Yeah, it's gusting out there. Oh. When it picks up, it's not fit to be out there. So no risk for me today. I don't even really want to get a fire going. This little island here is dry, and as you can see, there's old man spirits, a lichen here in Newfoundland that favoured by a lot of moose and caribou. They love eating it, but it's also very good for getting fires going when it's dry. And right now it's certainly dry, and if any old sparks spread around and hit some of that, this island is covered in it, and the place can go up. So for now, I'm just going to bunker down in the tent, and I mean, I can't complain.
When the wind died down, the opportunity to have a fire and to fish presented itself.
It's turned out to be a lovely afternoon here. My son, you can't beat it. I'm gonna get out now and wet the lawn to once. Holy fuck. Can't get him in. I mean, this is what I come out here for, to get fish like this, and I finally hooked into them, and that right there is a beauty. What a treat that's going to be for supper. Oh my, oh my. Yoo! Woo! Maggoty with trout out here, just maggoty. I mean, it's something else. It's a blessing to be out here and be able to do this while I'm young, you know. catch some nice fish, relax. Especially when you're getting beauties like this. I mean, it makes it all worthwhile, the battle it is to get out here. Couldn't find a happier person in Newfoundland right now after that catch then. Those are 4 dandy trout, and but I'm probably going to have this one for supper, the big dog, and have the other 3 then for breakfast tomorrow, and that'll get me going for sure. Plus I can save on some of my food and gorge on that later this week when I need to. So anyways, big catch out there. Might as well clean this brood up. Oh my dear God. I'm gonna be like the road runner tomorrow out there with the canoe, I'd say. You won't be able to stop me. Portage and take the canoe in one hand and the bags in the other. Oh my. This is energy food.
Southeast and west, but the middle of nowhere's where I likes it best. Where it's wave over wave, sea over bow. I'm as happy a man as the sea will allow.
Right off the bone. See that? Might as well have a cheers to the big fish. There's a Loon. Jeez, that's awesome. It's like music to the ears.
And the science shows the saints behold that secret home that the body
Well, I just beat the rain for the most part. It was pecking when I came in here, but I got my tarp set up for the fire, I got the tent up, and beauty spot down here in the Three Rivers area. Now there's no real name on these ponds, but they call it Three Rivers because there's 3 rivers connecting them, and it's a great spot for the salmon to run off. I actually seen a bunch jump there earlier. Tried to get it on video. I don't know how well it worked out because I was more interested in trying to hook one. But I got my camp set up. It's not a bad spot. I think this was used before by a few individuals who left who left quite a mess. You got rum bottles built up from years, or it could be a good weekend, one or the other. But I mean, it's okay to come up and have a few rums on the weekend there, and you know, catch a few fish or whatever. But I mean, it's unacceptable in my opinion to leave a mess like that.
If the space was available,
I mean, there's not much I can do.
these
about
bottles would have been taken out with
Anyways,
me.
this is the little tarp set up I got
Please,
going on here.
let's leave no trace when we go out in the
Anyways, we'll get
wilderness.
this fire going a bit better now and cut some wood up and pile it up here on the side. Keep it out of the rain, and that's it. Camp number 8. Hell of a spot. Now I'm out with the fire going, get my morning coffee. My last catch of brook trout for the trip was a dandy. These Newfoundland specimens are sweet and delicious. We're lucky to have such good fishing opportunities in our own backyard. I can guarantee you I ate well over the next 24 hours. Alright, so I got everything all gathered up and organized, and I'm pretty much ready to rock here besides taking down the tarp and loading the canoe. Got a bit of dry wood wrapped up in the garbage bag for next site. Calling for a bunch of rain actually overnight and tomorrow, 20 to 30 millimeters. So we're gonna get going now soon and get a solid camp set up. Ready to rock, and that's it. So that's how I like to do it. Get everything gathered together and tents down. The worst is over. So get this tarp down. Now I'm out of here. Not a bad little morning to get it going though. First couple rivers been going good so far. Now I'm gonna give this one a try. This river wasn't so fun. Quite a bit of lining. A lot of this just walking through water. Crap. What do you do? Another one down for the day. And I'll be warm at camp now before you know it. The rain's coming down now, man. It's coming down hard. This is the start of a storm that sweeping across the most part of Newfoundland, I do believe. Bringing upwards of 30 to 40 millimeters for, particular areas. I think one of those areas may be up in the reserve here. Now an old hunting camp I found. That's where I took refuge for the last couple of days in the wind and rain.
At this point of the trip, I was outside of the reserve boundaries and on the home stretch.
That's it. Packing it in. Unwind by the fire and soak up the last evening.
No matter the physical and mental strain, spending 2 weeks traversing these remote grounds was refreshing for both the mind and body. This trip solidified my passion for nature and love of wild, adventurous places, especially in our native Newfoundland Labrador. I hope you all enjoyed my film.